Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2009-10 Conference Finals on the channel. Game 4 in the Western Conference Final finds us back at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois for Game 4 between the San Jose Sharks and the Chicago Blackhawks. The Blackhawks showed some life in Game 1 and in Game 3 last night with a 2-1 victory. But make no mistake, San Jose still has a chance to close it out here before a decisive Game 5. The New Jersey Devils punched their ticket to the Stanley Cup Final earlier this morning in this replay, so they are waiting for the winner of this series. And in a side note, I do expect to pull at least one of my off-season videos forward tonight, but I'll see which video I want to pull forward. Anyway, just going to make some adjustments here. I think we're good there. So, we've got a sellout crowd here at the United Center. Let's drop the puck and jump right into... Actually, let me get everything set here. There's not an empty seat to be found here in the United Center, so let's drop the puck and get into this action. Face-offs are even right now. That is a 15. That'll go up to Marlowe for San Jose, and Game 4 starts right here. Actually, let's make sure we're on 2 offense for both teams. Game 4 starts right here. Marlowe will lose that over to Kane. Kane with it for the Blackhawks. We'll lose it right back to Marlowe. As we've got the teams dancing in the neutral zone. Lose the puck, possible breakaway. Uh-oh. That is Kane. He's in alone on Nabokov. That's a 3. Save made by Nabokov over to Murray. Murray for San Jose. We'll lose the puck. Outside shadowing for Brouwer. Brouwer stepping in at the point. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive right wing if defense rating 3 or more. Heatley's a 2. Brouwer will have a rebound shot. That's a 6. Goalie rating on Nabokov. 3, 7, and 11 are bad numbers. 10 is not one of them. Save made by Nabokov. That'll go over to Boyle. Boyle for San Jose. Stepping in is Seabrook to hold that at the point. That's an outside shot. He will lose that over to Heatley. Heatley for San Jose. Opponent defense 4. Inside shot for Marlowe. Right defenseman is Seabrook. He will try to intimidate. Seabrook will intimidate. Seabrook with the puck for the Blackhawks. He'll lose that over to Murray. Murray for San Jose. Opponent defense 9. Seabrook will step in, hold that in the point for an outside shot. 7. Save made by Nabokov over to Thornton. Thornton for San Jose. Inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Marlowe. Kane will try to intimidate. Kane will take the puck away. Kane with it for the Blackhawks. He will, opponent defense 10. Marlowe will take the puck away, stepping in, zipping down the ice for an outside shot. 4. Save made. That'll go over to Seabrook, and we'll have a forwards line change. Some up-tempo play early from 2 very explosive offenses. We are looking at Seabrook with it now for the Blackhawks. Losing the puck, outside shot line for Pavelski. Pavelski zipping down the ice. That's an 11. Save made over to Sharp. Sharp with it now for Chicago. Stepping in to hold that in is Murray. He'll have an outside shot from the point. That's a 10. Save made right back over to Sharp. Blackhawks can't get going here. Passing F will be an outside shot for Hossa. Hossa will try to make a pass. He will lose the puck over to Setaguchi. Setaguchi for San Jose. Outside shot only for anybody. They will give that to Boyle for an outside shot. That's a 5. Save made over to Sharp. Sharp for Chicago. Losing the puck, outside shot only for Klo. Klo at the point. That's a 7. Save made over to Seabrook, and we'll have a defenseman line change. Campbell with it now for the Blackhawks. Opponent defense 11. That'll be a penalty on Vlasic. Going off for elbowing, 17. Checking for 1 or more 4-rated defensive players. We do have a 4-rated defensive player. So that'll be an outside shot first for Hossa. Hossa from the point. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defense, any player with a defense rating 3. Blake has a 3. He'll shut that down. Then an outside shot for the right defenseman. Campbell will get it back to the point. That's a 3. This time the Blackhawks are on the power play, so that is a goalie rating on Nabokov. That's a 10. Save made by Nabokov. Then an inside shot for Sharp. Sharp in the slot. That's a 12. That's a save. And finally, An inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Hossa for an inside shot. Hossa in the slot. That's a 6. Save made by Nabokov. He will hold on, and that will kill the Blackhawks power play. Arena groans. Ugh. That is a big penalty kill for San Jose early here in the first period. Faceoffs are +1 to San Jose. 7 will go up to Klo, and we're off once again. Opponent defense 10. Hossa will take the puck away, zip down the ice for an outside shot. That's a 6. Save made over to Setaguchi, and we'll have a forwards line change. Ortmeyer with it now for the Sharks. Passing F. He will lose the puck. Outside shot for Byfuglien. Byfuglien will try to make a pass. Inside shot for Madden. Madden getting into the slot with that one. That's a 5. Save made by Nabokov over to Nickel. Nickel passing E. He will lose the puck. Outside shot for Byfuglien. Byfuglien will try to penetrate. Byfuglien will penetrate. He's got an inside shot. Snake Eyes. That's a goal on a 1-19. And score! Dustin Byfuglien giving the Blackhawks a 1-0 lead. Arena cheers. Yay! As the Blackhawks jump out here to a 1-0 lead in the first period. Flipping over cards to get a couple assists. That will be from Madden. And Hjalmarsson. First time all series that the Blackhawks have scored first. We'll bring the teams back to center ice. Faceoffs are +1 to San Jose. That is a 10. That will come down to Ortmeyer, and the Sharks are off and running. He will lose the puck. Inside shot for anybody. That'll be Byfuglien. Maholtra will try to intimidate. Maholtra will intimidate, take the puck away, but a possible penalty on Maholtra. 1 to 12 will have a penalty, or no penalty. That's a 1. Maholtra's got it, will play on. Possible breakaway for San Jose. Uh-oh. Left defenseman at the breakaway penetration rating is 3 or more. It is not Campbell. We'll have that for Chicago. Campbell, lose the puck. Outside shot only for Blake. Blake at the point. That's a 7. Save made over to Madden. Madden for Chicago. Stepping in to hold that in now is Vlasic. He'll have an outside shot. That's a 5. Save made and over to Campbell. Campbell for the Blackhawks. Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Byfuglien. Byfuglien will try to penetrate. That's a 1. Byfuglien with an inside shot. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offense, any player with an offense rating 4. Byfuglien will follow his own rebound. That's an 11. That would be a goal check if the Blackhawks were on the power play. Nabokov will instead make a great save. We'll take that face-off to the right of Nabokov. Face-offs remain +1 to San Jose. Another 10 is going right back over to Ortmeyer, and San Jose is off and running once again. Passing D will be an outside shot for Nickel. Nickel will try to make a pass. He will lose the puck over to Ladd. Ladd for the Blackhawks. Passing E will be an outside shot for Byfuglien. Byfuglien will try to penetrate. Byfuglien will get an inside shot. That's a 4. Save made over to Vlasic. Time ticking down here in the first. Opponent defense 1. Campbell will take the puck away for an outside shot. He's going to let that go with the period ticking down. That's a 5. Save made over to Nickel. There's the horn to end the first period. And for the first time all series, the Blackhawks score first. They take a 1-0 lead as we get set for the second period of this game. Sharks win. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final is on Monday. Blackhawks win. Game 5, well, actually, either way, I think. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final is Monday at this point. Blackhawks win. Game 5 is tomorrow. Sharks win. I'm going to pull a second video for the offseason forward. I'm probably going to pull one forward later tonight. But I'm going to hold which video I'm pulling forward until I'm ready to go live with it. Mainly because I haven't 100% decided yet what game I want to pull forward. We'll let the Zamboni get the ice ready for the second period. and the Lady Hawks in the stands energize the crowd. And yes, I know there are no cheerleaders in hockey. Work with me here, okay? Theater of the mind is a real thing. Little Saturday afternoon hockey for you all tonight. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's been a great day of hockey on the channel already. As I mentioned at the top, the Devils have punched their ticket to the Stanley Cup Final. They're waiting for the winner of this series. And two things are true about that series. Game 1 will be on Monday, no matter who wins this series, and New Jersey will have to travel also, no matter who wins this series. Face-offs here, as we get set for the second period, face-offs are starting off even. That is a 1. That'll go over to Keith, and we're off to start the second period. Opponent defense 10. That is a penalty already on Boyle. Golden opportunity for the Blackhawks to extend their lead. With a 3, checking if the left defenseman is a 4. He is. That'll start off being a breakaway for Marleau. Marleau is in alone on Huet. That's a 9. That's a goalie rating on Huet. 6, 8, and 9 are bad numbers. That's a 6. Score! Patrick Marleau gets a shorthanded tally for the Sharks, and we tie this game at 1. Arena barfs. Blah! Checking for assists. That will be from any player 7. Yep, that'll be from Thornton. And Boyle. Wow. Patrick Marleau getting loose with an errant pass. He'll take that down the ice, and he'll put that in the net for the Sharks to tie this game at 1. And then we'll have an inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Kane. Actually, they'll give that, to Kane. That's a 6. That's a goalie rating right back to Nabokov. 3, 7, and 11 are bad numbers. That's a 6. Save made by Nabokov. He will hold on. That will kill the penalty. Actually, that's essentially a negative kill for Chicago because they let this game get tied at 1. Arena double barfs. Blah, blah. The fans here at the United Center are in shock as Marleau has managed to tie this game. Face-offs remain even. That is a 1. That'll go over to Keith, and we're off and running once again. Lose the puck, possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Left wing of the breakaway penetration rating, 3 or more. Marleau is a 4. He's in alone on Huet. That's a 9. Goalie rating on Huet. And 3, rebound chance. Offense, any player with an offense rating 4, they will give that to Heatley for a rebound shot. That's a snake eyes. That would be a goal. Thankfully for the Blackhawks, the Sharks are not on the power play. Instead, Huet will get that one. He will freeze it. We'll take that face off to the right of Huet. All of a sudden, the ice is starting to tip in San Jose's favor. Faceoffs are even in an offensive zone draw for the Sharks. That is an 11. That will go to Seabrook, and the Blackhawks have it looking to get out of the zone. Stepping in to hold that in the point, though, is Thornton. He will throw that at the net from the point. That's a 9. Save made over to Kane. Kane for the Blackhawks. Passing F will be an outside shot for Brouwer. Brouwer will try to make a pass. Inside shot for Kane. Kane getting into the slot. That's a 9. Save made over to Thornton. Thornton for the Sharks. Passing D will be an inside shot for Heatley. Brouwer will try to intimidate. Brouwer will take the puck away. Brouwer for Chicago. Opponent defense 6. That'll be an outside shot for Taze. Taze will try to make a pass. Inside shot for anybody. He'll give that to Kane. Kane getting into the slot. That's a 7. Goalie rating on Nabokov. That's a 5. Rebound chance. Defense, any player with a defense rating 2 or more. Boyle is a 4. He'll have that for San Jose. Boyle, opponent defense 6. Keith will take the puck away for an outside shot. Keith will try to make a pass. Passing K will be an inside shot for Taze. Taze gets into the slot. 10 is a goalie rating on Nabokov. That's a 3. On a 1 to 12, Taze gives the Blackhawks the lead. And score! Jonathan Taze giving the Blackhawks a 2-1 lead. Arena cheers. Yay! Every game in this series is ended by a 2-1 score. That'll be from Keith and Seabrook. I doubt, though, that we're going to have another 2-1 game here. Both of these offenses seem to be way too active at this point in the game. We've got a forwards line change, by the way. The Blackhawks trying to get us back to San Jose for a winner-take-all Game 5 tomorrow. San Jose trying to end this series right here. The Clarence S. Campbell Bowl is in the building, but it might not be presented until tomorrow. Face-offs are +1 to San Jose. That is a 6. That will go over to Boyle, and we are off and running once again. Opponent defense 4. Keith will take the puck away for an inside shot. Murray will try to intimidate. Murray will take the puck away. Murray with it for San Jose. Opponent defense 10. That is a penalty on Seabrook. That is a bad penalty. We'll have a defenseman line change, and then we'll see what kind of power play the Sharks are going to have. San Jose with a golden opportunity here to get that goal by Taze right back. That is a 3. Checking if the left defenseman is a 4. Fortunately for the Sharks, he is not, because that's how San Jose got the game tied up in the first place. We'll start off with an inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Thornton or Pavelski for an inside shot. That's a 9. That's a save. Then a rebound shot for the left wing. So a rebound for Klo as a shot goes awry. That's an 8. That's another rebound. Offense, any player with an offense rating 4. Pavelski in the slot for a rebound. That's a 5. On a 1 to 17, this game is tied. Score! Joe Pavelski tying this game at 2 here in the second period. Arena groans. Ugh. That'll be from Klo and just the 1 assist only, so just Klo. But we are tied here at 2 as we're bringing the teams back to center ice in the aftermath of the power play. Fans here at the United Center are very nervous. Faceoffs are +1 to San Jose. That is a 13. That'll go to the inferior left defenseman over to Hjalmarsson, and we're off and running once again. Inside shot for anybody. They'll give that to Versteeg. Setaguchi will try to intimidate. Setaguchi will fail to intimidate. Possible penalty. We've got a delayed call on the play. Going to check the inside shot on Versteeg first. 4. Save made over to Vlasic. Now we check the delayed call on Setaguchi. 1 to 15, no penalty. That is a 15, so Vlasic will have that. We'll play on. Lose the puck. Inside shot for anybody. They'll give that to Hossa. Klo. Klo's going to risk an intimidate. He will intimidate, take the puck away, but a possible penalty on Klo. 1 to 9, no penalty. That's a 14. We will have a penalty. We'll also have a forwards line change. Nope. Right. Flipped over the cards already. Power play is a 16. We're checking for all 4 rated defensive players, which we do not have. So no shots on the power play for the Blackhawks. Arena groans. Ugh. Face-off will come just outside the San Jose zone. We are +1 to the Sharks for face-offs. That's a 15, though. That'll be an inferior left wing. That'll be down to Ladd, and we are off once again. Opponent defense 3. Ortmeyer, that'll be an inside shot for Bufflin. Vlasic will try to intimidate. Vlasic will intimidate, take the puck away, but a possible penalty on Vlasic. 1 to 15, no penalty. That's a 12. Vlasic's got it. We'll play on. Stepping in to hold that in is Madden. Madden will throw that at the net from the point. 6 is a save made by Nabokov over to Malhotra. Malhotra, inside shot for anybody. They'll give that to Blake. Hjalmarsson will try to intimidate. Hjalmarsson will take the puck away. Hjalmarsson for Chicago. We'll lose that back to Blake. Blake. Opponent defense 9. Hjalmarsson will hold that in at the point for an outside shot only. 5. Save made over to Ortmeyer. Ortmeyer will lose that over to Ladd. Ladd. Losing the puck. Outside shot only for Malhotra. Malhotra zipping down the ice. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive right D, offense rating 3 or more. Blake is a 4. He's got a rebound shot. That's a 5. That would be a goalie rating if the Sharks were on the power play. But Huey will get that one. He'll freeze it. And we'll take that face-off to the left of Huey. Big offensive zone draw here for the Sharks late in the second. That is a 17. That will go to Hjalmarsson for the Blackhawks. And a huge defensive zone win by Chicago. Let's pick up the action. Inside shot for anybody. They'll give that to Bufflin. Malhotra will try to intimidate. Malhotra will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Malhotra for San Jose. Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Ortmeyer. Ortmeyer will try to make a pass. Passing K. He'll lose the puck over to Bufflin. Time ticking down here in the second period. Passing D. That'll be an outside shot from Madden. Madden will throw that at the net as time ticking down. That's an 11. Save made over to Vlasic. Brrr! There's the horn to end the second period. And the teams trade tallies. San Jose gets an extra one as we are tied at 2, getting ready for the third period of this game. No matter the outcome of this game, the next game in the replay will be back in San Jose. The only 2 questions we have to answer are who we'll be playing against and when it'll be. If the Sharks win, we will come back to this replay on Monday night for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final, as the New Jersey Devils will be in town. If the Blackhawks win, then Game 5 will be tomorrow night, as we'll be back at the SAP Center in San Jose, California, either way, for Game 5 of this series. I don't know who all in the chat everybody's pulling for. I know for a fact that if Jester was watching right now, he would be hoping we're back here on Sunday night for Game 5 of this series. Just going to check on everything's quiet on the phone. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little Saturday afternoon hockey on the channel. I will be starting Mystical Munchies not too long after this. That'll be uploaded later today as well. It's actually been a fairly busy day today. I of course did my usual grocery shopping this morning. I had to run a few errands. I also had to check on the coolant in my car. But, yeah, things have been going pretty well so far today. And now getting to continue the replay. Hard to believe we're already near the end of it, but one thing I will mention is that there will not be a season selection show coming up for the winter season replay. Because if you remember how I do my replays on the channel, the winter season is always an executive pick season, meaning I pick the season. I know what season we're doing next, but I'm going to hold the announcement of that until Pino with Phoenix at the end of this month. When I'm hoping that this replay will also be over, so I can start to get into my off-season content schedule, I've got a lot of great stuff coming up for you guys in the off season. But first, we need to wrap up this replay. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drink. Faceoffs are even. Let's drop the puck to start the third period. That is an 11. That will go to Seabrook for the Blackhawks, and the third period starts right now. Opponent defense 8. Murray will take the puck away. He'll zip into the offensive zone for an outside shot. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive right wing of defense rating 3 or more. Kane is a 2. Uh-oh, Marlowe with a rebound shot. That's a 7. That's a goalie rating on Huey. That's a 10. Save made by Huey. He will give that to Taze. Taze with it for Chicago. Stepping in to hold that in at the point is Murray. He'll throw that at the net with an outside shot. Murray with an 11. Save made. They'll give that to Keith. Keith with it for Chicago. He'll lose that over to Boyle. Boyle for San Jose. Lose the puck. Inside shot for anybody. They'll give that to Taze. Thornton will try to intimidate. Thornton will fail to intimidate. We'll check the inside shot on Taze first and then the penalty on Thornton. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive left wing, if offense rating 2 or more. Brower's a 3. He'll follow Taze's rebound to the net. That's an 11. Goal on a 1-13. And score! Troy Brower giving the Blackhawks a 3-2 lead here to start the third. Arena cheers. Yay! Which also means the delayed call on Thornton will get waved off. Checking for assists here. That will be from Kane. And Taze. Blackhawks now with a 3-2 lead, but there's a lot of hockey left to play in this third period. Faceoffs once again are even. That is a 3. That'll come down to Brower, and we're off and running. Opponent defense 6. That'll be an outside shot for Taze. Taze will try to make a pass. Passing K will be an inside shot for Brower. Brower, who just put one home. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive center, defense rating 3 or more. Thornton is a 3. He'll shut that down. Thornton, that'll be an outside shot for Marlowe. Marlowe will try to penetrate. Marlowe will penetrate. He's got an inside shot. He got past Seabrook. That's a 9. Save made over to Brower. Brower for the Blackhawks. Opponent defense 5. That'll be an outside shot for Kane. Kane will try to penetrate. Kane will not penetrate. Murray will take that puck away. Murray for San Jose. Inside shot for anybody. They'll give that to Marlowe. Kane will try to intimidate. Kane will take the puck away. Kane with it for the Blackhawks. Opponent defense 4. Marlowe will take the puck away for an inside shot. Seabrook will try to intimidate. Seabrook will take the puck away. Seabrook with it now for Chicago. Opponent defense 3. Murray will take the puck away for an inside shot. Seabrook will try to intimidate. Seabrook will take the puck away, and we've got a forwards line change. Seabrook with it now for the Blackhawks. Stepping in to hold that in is Boyle. Boyle with an outside shot. That's an 11. That would be a goalie rating if the Sharks were on the power play, but Huey will freeze that. We'll take that to the right of Huey. Faceoffs now are +1 to San Jose. That's a 15. That'll come down to Versteeg, and we're off once again. Inside shot for anybody. They'll give that to Hossa. Klo will try to intimidate. Klo will not intimidate. Hossa with the inside shot. That's a 6. Save made by Nabokov over to Boyle. Boyle passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Klo. Klo will try to penetrate. Klo will not penetrate. Seabrook will take that puck away. Seabrook for the Blackhawks. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Left wing of the breakaway penetration rating is 4. Versteeg is a 4. He's in alone on Nabokov. 7's a goalie rating. That's a 7. Score! Chris Versteeg giving the Blackhawks a 4-2 lead. Arena cheers. Yay! First time we've had a 2-goal lead this entire series. Getting just the 1 assist. That'll be from Sharp. And the Sharks now are wondering, ooh, what's going on here? They're going to go to 3 offense. Now that they need 2 at about the halfway point of the third period. Faceoffs are still +1 to San Jose. That's a 12. That'll go to Boyle for the Sharks, and we're off and running once again. Opponent defense 9. Keith will take that puck away, zip into the zone for an outside shot. 12. Save made over to Murray. We'll have a defenseman line change. Vlasic with it for San Jose. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Center if the breakaway penetration rating 3 or more. Pavelski's a 4. He's alone on Huey. 5 is a goal on a 1-17. And score! Joe Pavelski giving the Sharks a 4, cutting into this lead, making it 4-3. Arena groans. Ugh. Getting a couple of assists here. That will be from Blake and Clow. As the Sharks here are looking for the equalizer now. We'll bring the teams back to center ice. Faceoffs are +1 to San Jose, a point in their favor. That's a 13. That will go to Hjalmarsson for the Blackhawks, inferior left defenseman, and we're off and running. Lose the puck, outside shot for any player. They'll give that to Setaguchi. Versteeg will try to intimidate. Versteeg will take the puck away. Versteeg for Chicago. Passing D. Actually, I should have looked at passing B for Vlasic. He'll lose the puck. Actually, we'll just go with it. Passing D. He'll lose the puck, outside shot for Clow. Clow will try to make a pass. Passing L will be an inside shot for anybody. Pavelski is going to get that pass for an inside shot. On a 1-15, Pavelski has a hat trick, and this game is tied. And no! Huey making a gigantic save. He will hold on. We'll get a face-off to the right of Huey. Arena cheers. Yay! Stuffing Pavelski. Pavelski can't believe it. Face-offs remain +1 to San Jose. That is an 8. Superior right wing. That'll be Setaguchi with it for the Sharks, and we are off once again. Opponent actually passing C. He'll lose the puck. Inside shot for Hossa, who can... Actually, that's passing C. That's opponent. So Clow will try to intimidate. Clow will intimidate, take the puck away, but a possible penalty on Clow. That's a 1. No penalty. Will play on. Passing C will be an outside shot for Pavelski. Pavelski will try to make a pass. Inside shot for Clow. Clow in the slot. That's a 6. That's a goalie rating on Huey. That's a 9. Score! Ryan Clow ties this game at 4 here in the third period. Arena double barfs. Blah, blah. That will be from... that's going to be from Pavelski. And... already had Pavelski and Blake. The Sharks are going to go back to 2 offense. We'll have a forwards line change. But the San Jose Sharks have managed to tie this game at 4 in what has been by far the biggest offensive burst in this series. Combined, the last 3 games have had 9 goals scored between them. Have had 9 goals scored combined. We've already had 8 here, and we need at least 1 more. Wow. This has been an offensive outburst in comparison. Faceoffs are +1 to San Jose. That's a 13. That'll be over to Hjalmarsson for the Blackhawks, and we're off and running. He will lose that over to Blake. Blake for San Jose. passing D. He'll lose the puck, outside shot for Madden. Madden will try to make a pass. He'll lose the puck over to Nickel. Nickel with it for San Jose. Opponent defense 2. Madden will take the puck away for an inside shot. Malhotra will try to intimidate. Malhotra will take the puck away. Malhotra for San Jose. Losing the puck, outside shot only from Madden. Madden stepping in at the point. He will throw that at the net. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offense, any player with an offense rating 4. Byfuglien's a 4. He's got a rebound shot. That's a 6. Save made by Nabokov over to Vlasic. Vlasic, opponent defense 5. That'll be an outside shot for Ortmeyer. Ortmeyer will try to make a pass. Passing J will be an inside shot from Malhotra. Uh-oh. Malhotra in the slot with it. 7. Save made over to Campbell once I find the puck. Campbell passing E. Outside shot for Byfuglien. Byfuglien will try to penetrate. Byfuglien will penetrate. He'll have an inside shot. That's a 7. Goalie rating on Nabokov. That's an 8. Save made by Nabokov over to Ortmeyer. Quick pause here late in the third period because I actually have to shuffle the split deck. So, timeout while we shuffle the deck. Ortmeyer just taking a second here to catch his breath, as we'll give the split deck a quick shuffle. Ortmeyer with it for San Jose. Time ticking down here in the third. He will lose that over to Ladd. Ladd for the Blackhawks will lose it right back to Ortmeyer. Ortmeyer for San Jose. Opponent defense 6. That'll be an outside shot from Malhotra. Malhotra will throw it at the net. Malhotra. Sharks can't be picky here. That's a 9. Save made over to Ladd. Ladd, one last chance. Outside shot only for anybody. They'll give that to Byfuglien. Byfuglien at the point. That's a 6. Save made. They'd give that over to Vlasic, say. Brrr! There's the horn at the end of regulation. Teams trade a pair of goals here in the third period. We are tied, and we are headed for overtime. I'm going to leave that deck. Actually, we'll give it a few quick shuffles. That was the split deck I was looking at. We are headed for overtime. We've got bonus hockey coming up for you here. And once again, we'll make this as simple as we can. Blackhawks win. Game 5 of this series is tomorrow afternoon. Sharks win. I pull another off-season video forward for Sunday afternoon, and Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final is on Monday, where San Jose will be playing against New Jersey. Either way, we'll be back at the SAP Center in San Jose, California, when this replay next hits the channel. But wow, we have got drama in this one. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. We're going to have as many goals in this one as the previous 3 games had combined. Both of these offenses woke up. That's for sure. So now every face-off, every shot is critical. The Blackhawks had a 4-2 lead, and they let San Jose all the way back in, rather than closing this one out and forcing Game 5. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, we just need to get the action deck ready here. Come on. There we go. Having problems getting my nails under the action deck. Next, as I've mentioned, next goal wins. If it's San Jose, Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final is against New Jersey Monday. If it's Chicago, Game 5 of this series is tomorrow afternoon. and we still start the Stanley Cup Final on Monday with Game 1. The Western Conference champion will host due to having a better record. Actually, let me just double check that real quick, but I'm pretty sure that's how that's going to go. Let's see here. New Jersey had 84 points. Yep. Either way, the Western Conference champion will be hosting the Stanley Cup Final. Will have the home ice advantage for the Stanley Cup Final. But of course, waiting for the Western Conference champion, the New Jersey Devils, with some bum named Brodeur in net. Apparently he's still pretty good. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, hold up. I think one of my changes got turned on me a little bit. Okay, there we are. Taking a quick drink. All right, we are back to center ice, all set for overtime. Let's drop the puck and get it into it. Next goal wins. That's a 10. That will go up to Kane, and we are off to start overtime. Opponent defense 1. Marleau will take the puck away for an inside shot. Kane will try to intimidate. Kane will intimidate. He'll take the puck back. Kane with it now for the Blackhawks. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Center of the breakaway penetration rating 2 or more. Taze is a 4. He's in alone on Nabokov. That's a 4. Goalie rating on Nabokov. That's a 6. Save made by Nabokov. That'll go to Boyle. Boyle for San Jose. He'll lose that over to Keith. Keith for the Blackhawks. Stepping in to hold that in is Thornton. He'll zip down the ice. That's an 8. That is a rebound chance. Defensive left wing, if defense rating 3 or more. Brower's a 3. Heatley with the rebound shot. That's a 5. That would be a goalie rating if the Sharks were on the power play, but Huet will hold on. We'll take that face-off to the right of Huet. Face-offs are still even. A big offensive zone draw for the Sharks. That's a 5. They won't get it, though. That'll be over to Keith, and we're off once again. Keith, lose the puck, possible breakaway. Thornton is in alone on Huet. What can he do here? That's a snake eyes on a 1-10. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final is on Monday in San Jose. Here's the card. No! Huet with a great, great save. He will hold on. We'll take that face-off to the left of Huet. Arena cheers. Yay! Huet comes up with a big save. Face-offs remain even. That is an 18. That will be visitor right defenseman. That is over to Boyle on a big offensive zone draw for San Jose, and here we go. Lose the puck, inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Taze. Thornton will try to intimidate. Thornton will take the puck away. Thornton with it for San Jose. Opponent defense 6. Taze will take the puck away for an outside shot. Taze will try to make a pass. Passing K will be an inside shot for Brower. Brower, who's got one already. An 8 is a rebound chance. Defensive lefty if defense rating 2 or more. Murray's a 4. He'll shut it down. Murray. Opponent defense 8. Seabrook will take the puck away, stepping in to hold that in for an outside shot at the point. 4. Save made over to Heatley. Heatley for San Jose. Passing E will be an outside shot for Thornton. Thornton will try to make a pass. Inside shot for Marleau. Marleau with it in the slot. 6 is a goalie rating on Huet. 6, 8, or 9. This series is over. That's a 9. Score! Patrick Marleau giving the Sharks the 5-4 victory with his second of the day, and the San Jose Sharks have won the Western Conference Final. Arena barfs. Blah! The San Jose Sharks pull it out of the fire. Let's see. Trying to remember how we... Oh, right. I think we made a pass on that one. That was from Thornton. And Heatley. The San Jose Sharks have won the Western Conference Final here in Game 4 in Chicago by a final score of 5-4. They win the series 3-1. Arena barfs. Blah. And just like he did earlier, the commissioner of Phoenix Night Network will step on to present the San Jose Sharks the Clarence S. Campbell Bowl. Same role for fun. We'll go with the D6. No modifiers since by this point San Jose hadn't won it yet. 1-3, they touch the bowl. 4-6, they don't. That's a 1. Uh-oh. San Jose is touching the bowl. They're acknowledging it. But at any rate, we have our Stanley Cup final as the San Jose Sharks will be hosting the New Jersey Devils. Game 1 of that series is on Monday night. And the curse continues for historical season and conference champions on the channel, or historical season champions on the channel, where the Chicago Blackhawks are not able to even get to this championship round. And that will do it for this playthrough of Strat-O-Matic Hockey, as this series is over. We are not done yet, though, because I just got a delivery in this afternoon, right after I got back from errands, that we're going to crack here on the channel. Actually, this was a delivery I was waiting on, and when I got home from running errands, I actually managed to intercept this delivery. So we're literally getting a fresh delivery, but as usual, I'm going to do cleanup first, since I'm going to pull a second off-season video forward. We'll pull one forward tonight, and I'll pull one forward tomorrow night, and then Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final will be Monday night. And that will be at the SAP Center in San Jose, California. As the Sharks managed to get it done here in Chicago. I'm just going to get my cards out. There we are. The Blackhawks showed a lot of life in this Game 4 and earlier in the series, but they just couldn't hold on. San Jose came with too much offense, and they got it done. But of course, as I mentioned, waiting for San Jose in the Stanley Cup Final is that bum named Brodeur in net for the Devils. I just got this delivery in from Amazon, like I said, earlier this afternoon. So let's go ahead and crack it open and see what we've got in here. Actually, we'll just say screw it and tear it open. And we'll see that it's a new board game on the channel. It's a game called Animated by... who's this by? It looks like it's by Funko Games. I actually saw Jester playing this game last night on his channel, and I thought it looked really cool, so I decided I was going to grab it for myself. It actually was reminding me, from what I was watching of it, it was reminding me a lot of Ark Nova. It's definitely got a lot of those same Ark Nova-y vibes to it. So I figure, plus my group likes Ark Nova and I like it too, so I figure, hey, maybe I'll offer him the game that's basically cooperative Ark Nova. Let's take a look at the back though. 2 to 4 minutes, 20 minutes per player. Work together like the team at the famous Walt Disney Animation Studios to create movie magic. Produce 5 classic Disney films using detailed background art, vibrant player colors, and lively sound to bring cherished stories to life on the screen. But watch out, the infamous villains of your feature films will rush your deadlines and create all the calamity they can. As a team, you'll use the strengths of the animation studio, heart, focus, inspiration, grit, and teamwork to vanquish the villains and finish your films in time. Whatever we accomplish belongs to our entire group, a tribute to our combined effort, Walt Disney. That will do it for this playthrough of Strat-O-Matic Hockey. Once again, Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final will be on Monday. I will be pulling a couple of videos forward in the next, today and tomorrow. These videos, to be clear, were videos I was planning on making anyway during the off-season. All I'm doing now is I'm just pulling them forward. As for what else we've got coming up on the channel, I'm going to be starting here in a little bit filming for Mystical Munchies today. As we're making the entree out of the official Elder Scrolls cookbook this week, we're making Companion's Meatball Bake. Sunday morning, the fall campaign will continue in B-17 Flying Fortress Leader by DVG. Wednesday, we're playing Terra Mystica from Feuerland Spiel. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The San Jose Sharks get an offensive flurry compared to how the rest of the series has gone, and they get the overtime winner to win this Game 4, 5-4, and take the series 3-1. The Stanley Cup Final will be the San Jose Sharks against the New Jersey Devils. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys later.